What's going on, all you wild Star Wars fans out there? I'm joined by my fellow Star Wars enthusiasts. That's Logan Myers. I'm Uncle Henry Hill, and we're back tonight to review the all-new Star Wars series just premiered on Disney Plus. It's directed by Leslie Hyland. She directed Russian Doll, and she's back to direct The Acolyte.
And pull it.
What are you?
Acolyte, the brand new Star Wars show on Disney Plus that just dropped the first few episodes. We had the chance to check out the pilot episode, first episode, to see what this is all about. As you were saying, huge Star Wars fans here, and this is one of the few shows I didn't really, read up on or check out many trailers, watch one trailer just to get a feel for it. And it was a surprising and pretty decent, first episode with this series. Takes place 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and of course, this is, I think, the first live action show outside of the Skywalker saga. So this is, 100 years before, and setting up some characters, some Jedis, and much, much more.
Yeah, this is cool. This is something separate from the Skywalker saga and the movies and all the Star Wars lore that we already know about. This feels like it's going in a new, exciting direction and, coming up with stories and touching on different aspects of the and other places in the galaxy, really, and open up like a new story for us to follow. So this is a time where, being a Jedi and having the Force and stuff is it's early on, and it's kind of like a secret thing. People know that they have powers, but it's kind of kept on the down low. And that's where we kind of see Carrie-Anne Moss's character in the beginning. And I liked what they did with their character. It was an obviously an homage to her in the Matrix, the way she moved and flipped and everything, and was able to go up to the second story there. A little wink and a nod there. And a surprise. Yeah, exactly. Then you have this girl who is involved in this, and we see her in the beginning, and something happens pretty shocking. It looks like a crime took place and somebody's life was taken, and seemingly by somebody that had the powers of a Jedi. So what are we watching here? We don't really know, and it sort of kicks off the story here. There's a lot of intrigue and a lot of mystery, and along the way we run into our good friend from Squid Games there, and he plays a Jedi Master, who the main character comes across.
First action fight scene was awesome, much like the Matrix, you're saying, paying homage. But I was feeling a little Quentin Tarantino vibe to it, Kill Bill vibe to the
Yep,
first fight.
definitely.
Awesome, with Jedi Master Endera, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, and of course Amanda Stenberg, which is like the main character. Fight scene and surprising death without giving too much away. And then basically the setup is a Jedi trying to go after and capture this Jedi killer. And from the first part of the episode, you're like wondering, like, holy shit, is that the killer? And then you find out more about that having to do with a twin. You're like, oh, okay, it makes more sense now. And leading up at the end of the episode, having to do with that character, where it's going to take it for the rest of the series. But very interesting, cool vibe to it. I think it was kind of a refreshing take in the Star Wars universe for sure. Like I said, kind of had a Tarantino vibe to it, which I really appreciated it. And paying homage to a lot of films and TV shows as well. Action set pieces really great, and introduction to a lot of new characters as well.
Yeah, I definitely caught that homage to Kill Bill. Yes, for sure. Fight sequences, the lightsaber battles. This felt like they were using a lot of the Force in general without having to use weapons, but using the Force, much like we saw from Cal Kestis in those Fallen Order games. The Force push and the pull, and using that to their advantage more than I recognize, at least in the other films. Feels like they're really utilizing that more in this series, which is cool. And like we mentioned, you run into new characters along the way. We have the Jedi Master played by the actor from Squid Games. We have some other new characters. Of course, there's a new droid that our main character has with her at all times. It's kind of like her own little personal assistant.
It's like
Kind of fits in
BD-8.
her pocket. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's another cool droid that I'm sure will be popular And you know, much like the other droids that we've seen in this series, they just keep coming up with ways to find cool new little droids. And this one's another one that's like a helper, personal helper, for the main character here. Very cool. The villain, you know, the reveal of the villain, or seemingly the villain at the end, was really cool. And then in the poster behind you there, we see somebody in the mask there. So of course that's going to be a villain. Hasn't been revealed yet. And there's some other characters on the poster too that we haven't seen yet from the first episode. So it covered a lot of ground in the first episode, but it also held a lot of secrets back, and I'm fine with that. We had the big reveal at the end, but overall, pretty intrigued and looking forward to see where this goes and how things are going to shake up and what they have planned for this Star Wars story.
Yeah, I love all the Skywalker saga, but it was nice to get like a new, refreshing story in this universe and going outside of those characters and trying something new and different. And from the first episode, I'm definitely, on board with this. I'm definitely interested. It exceeded my expectations. It was an enjoyable ride. Great first episode, setting up these characters, killing a Jedi, people trying to find this killer, and then setting up these other characters, and without giving too much away. But introduction of a lot of new characters, of course, like we are saying, 100 years before Phantom Menace. I was also reading there's a actor from Game of Thrones that's going to be showing up in this series, so I'm excited to see that character and what they're playing. But yeah, I had a good time with the first pilot episode of this. I'll definitely be tuning in and watching this. Me and this guy over here will be back to review the entire season when it's over, but definitely a fun ride for the first episode. So definitely check it out on Disney Plus. So with that being said, I'm giving the first episode of The Acolyte, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 chewy hair pieces.
I'm going to give the first episode of The Acolyte, now streaming on Disney Plus, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Leslie Highland hair pieces. So we want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of this new story in the Star Wars universe? Did you like that it went a little dark and edgier than what we've seen thus far in this, Star Wars universe? Let us know in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to stab with your lightsaber. Subscribe. Also, make sure to check out our website, Cinephellas.com, and all our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and X, for all the latest and greatest in TV, movie news, and reviews.
That's right. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel all summer long. Me and this guy and the rest of the Cinephellas crew will be back every week talking about movies and TV shows, podcasts, interviews, and much, much more. And also the summer of gaming as well. So hopefully me and this guy will be talking about some video games. They've been dropping a lot of brand new trailers for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Switch as well. So there's a lot of stuff coming out for entertainment over the summer. So me and this guy try to keep up as much as we can, but we love doing this, and we'll be back very soon for more videos for your viewing pleasure.
So until the next Cinephellas TV review, I'm Uncle Henry Skywalker.
And I'm CARRIE-ANNE Moss signing out until the next TV review.
Jeez.